Well, it's a great pleasure to have a chance to talk to Yu Bing, who I've just met, about his life in China and art. When were you born?
I born in 1955.
And where were you born?
In Sichuan, Chongqing, in China.
China. And tell me something about your family. How far back can you go? Did you know your grandparents?
I never meet my grandparents. Yeah, but I saw his picture. It's my grandfather, I can say. Yeah. So, but I went back. It's my hometown, right? My parents' hometown, by a few times. Yeah, I'm really interested about this because, like your family, in China, my family have a long history book. Yeah, even from Tang Dynasty.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But no one can. 就是他猜不到 no one can guess is my family is in ancient time is what they're doing. Yeah, but it's a very interesting story. Yeah.
What did your grandparents do? What was their occupation?
My grandparents is a doctor, Chinese doctor. Yeah. But not the biggest doctor, but he's working working the village, Then, but that time is he never get the money back, But it's in the traditional way, the doctor in the countryside, in the village,
yes,
they always 就是说病人怎么说
？The patients.
The patients always bring the dry meat, then trade back is so. My father tell me is his family is in the roof. They hanging lots of meat, dry meat. You can say, yeah, because they never get the money, but they gave some gifts to yeah. So, 其实在我 when I about 20 years ago, 30 years ago, I back to the hometown with my father. I still can say a big is 匾额.
It's like you have a big character, you hang it on the door.
Yes.
Yeah. The big character on the door is they say is by Chinese called 当今扁鹊.
Oh, it's like a famous ancient Chinese doctor. Yeah, it's like the current famous Chinese Asian doctor.
Yeah, so 就是他在乡间有特别高的地位了。
Yeah, very prestigious.
Yeah.
Respected.
Yeah, but this, but my grandfather is he's a kung fu master.
Kung
fu
master is
in Chongqing.
No, in Chongqing, in my parents' hometown in Zhejiang, Wenling. Zhejiang Wenling is near the ocean. Yeah. But actually, it's before Tang Dynasty, my family is come from Fujian. But it's one person they call Shuo. He's working for the, we can say the Parliament House.
Yes.
就是在那个宫廷里面。
For the government.
For the government, yeah, he's a pretty high position. 他在那个紫光阁的紫光大夫，就是在紫光阁里工作。Yeah. How I can say that?
There is a special section.
有点像总理的。
紫光阁 It's kind of like a prime minister's place.
Yeah, but it's the family, the book they write about the 在那个时候唐代的时候呢，有一个宫廷内乱，所以呢，这个徐洛这个人呢就有点害怕，所以他呢就告病归田。但是他没有回到福建，他就去了浙江。
So in Tang Dynasty, there was a turmoil in the government. So he didn't want to entangle himself in this turmoil. So he said he was sick and he wanted to go back to his family. But instead of going back to 他原来家是哪儿的？
福建的。
Instead of going back to 福建, he went to
浙江。Yeah. So he went to the 这个什么天台山啊什么的，修了很多庙啊什么的。
So he established many temples in those famous mountains. For example, 天台山。
Well, tell me about your parents, your mother and father.
Yeah.
What did your father do?
My father is he's working for the Peking University, the history department. Yeah. 实际他在那儿做系主任了，做领导了啊。
He's the head of the department in the history department.
Yeah, but his dream is he's really want to be an artist. He like drawing. Yeah, and he from the hometown went to Shanghai. He had been studying in the Shanghai Academy of Fine Art. Yeah, but that time he's really involved with the underground CCP.
Underground CCP.
就是
Communist Party.
也地下党。
也是，所以他们不是 CCP， 他们是
共产党，就是共产党的地下党。
Yeah. So they are underground CCP.
Yeah. So
when is this? The 1930s? Is this?
No, a little bit later. It's 1946 about that. Yeah.
The beginning of the Communist Party.
Beginning of the Communist Party. Yeah. So, but it's he couldn't finish his degree in the Shanghai Art Academy, because 就是白色恐怖，最后就抓他们。其实国民党抓他们。
Yeah, because of the white terror, they couldn't finish.
Kuomintang.
Yeah.
From the KMT.
Then he's went to Chongqing. Yeah, so I bought in Chongqing.
Yeah, I see. And what was your mother like?
My mother working for the Peking University librarian study. Yeah. He's 就是教学的一个秘书 secretary of teachings. Yeah. So I kind of like grew up in the librarian that kind of 环境。
In the environment.
Yeah, I grew up in the environment of the librarian environment.
When you were a small boy, did you have any particular interests or hobbies or things you really loved doing?
I can remember I just loved the painting and drawing, by myself, because I'm pretty quiet and pretty shy, and not so healthy, always sick.
Were you?
So always by myself, by lonely. So do my drawing. Yeah.
And I noticed that you are short-sighted. That without your glasses, you can't see a distance.
Yeah.
Is that right?
我是远视。
He's farsighted.
Farsighted.
Are
Yeah.
you?
但是现在呢，是下边一半是老花。
So you need these to read.
Yeah. Sometime. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Most Chinese are short-sighted.
Oh yeah.
Like Shuo. Where was your first school?
My first school is 幼儿园。
Yeah, not kindergarten, but yes, kindergarten.
Yeah, but my education always related with the Peking University, because I get into the Peking University elementary school, then Peking University middle school, then Peking University the high school, then about that. Yeah, so my middle school and high school, lots of not professors, lots of teachers. They come from Peking University teachers. 实际上在反右的时候啊，这些老师呢就属于这个右派老师或者右倾的老师，年轻老师，他们呢就犯了错误，所以就都给他们贬到附中来了。
So during these anti-right-wing revolutions, because these young teachers were considered right wing, so they were sent to these schools to be teachers.
Yeah. So this way is for them is really sad, but for us it's really lucky because the teachers is always really have a really interesting idea and is really bright. Yeah.
This was during the Cultural Revolution.
No 反右的时候。反右是58年，反右什么时候？反右是应该是
文革之前那个。
文革之前的这个反右。
Around the end of the 50s.
Ends of the 50s.
Yeah.
58.
58.
Yeah.
So this was the time of the Great Leap Forward.
Great Leap Forward.
大跃进时代。
大跃进以后吧，应该是。
Just after the Great Leap
Forward. Do you remember that at all? The time of the suffering?
Yeah, I remember the suffering. Yeah, but it's when I was maybe the elementary school, earlier elementary school. I bought in 1955. So 大跃进就是这个 suffering 是3年困难的时期是59.
The Great Famine.
The Great Famine.
Yeah.
Was your family affected at all?
Not really. Yeah, but it's I just remember is anytime every day I back from the home. Yeah, I first thing is go to the 厨房, go to the kitchens, looking for any corners, find some food. But always nothing. Yeah.
You remember that?
I remember that. Yeah.
At school, were there any subjects apart from art and painting that you really enjoyed?
在学校的时候有没有这个？
其他的专业课程什么您比较喜欢的？
OK，
除了艺术以外。
这是就是物理我还比较喜欢 ，physics, right? The physics. Physics, I'm interested, but the chemistry and the mathematics something, I don't really like it. Yeah. Yeah.
When you finished at school, what did you do? What was your next move?
Finished
at high school.
Finished the high school. I went to the countryside by 3 years.
Was this you were sent to the countryside?
Sent to countryside, yeah. But I can stay in cities. I can stay in the cities because some special 就是一些政策我可以不去。
Because of some special policies, you can't stay.
Yeah, but I like it. I want to go because I'm really romantic. I'm really hot blood, I want to go with my. I want to go with my classmate. So we chose a really poor countryside. It's northern Beijing, the high mountains. They have a small village there. We chose there. So living with peasants. Yeah,
what were you doing? What were you doing?
We do anything look like farmers just. Yeah. I can do any 农活.
Any work.
Any work I can do. Yeah, even 就是说这个用牛经地啊什么的.
Even like use the cows to
plow.
Yeah.
And you enjoyed it?
I really enjoyed it. Yeah, because during of the Cultural Revolution, my family is really getting the big troubles. Yeah, my father is kind of like first of the about 8 is polluted peoples. 就是他是中国最早的8个黑帮之一。
Oh, he is one of the earliest Chinese black gang. 8. There are only 8 persons, and his father was one of them.
8 people who were what?
A black gang.
黑帮 black gang. Polluted person.
Polluted persons.
By polluted, yes, because he's working Peking University. The Peking University is always really sensitive as a political place. Any political movement starting from the university, because he's working for the history department in Peking University, the history department and the philosophy department and the Chinese language 中文系怎么说 Chinese department is the three department is a really sensitive department.
Yes.
So that time is they have the ideas if the fathers have a bad person, the kids will be bad.
Yeah.
So we get really troubles. So I really feel the really 就是说就特别受到歧视了。Discriminated. Yeah. But it's when I went to the countryside in this village, living and working with the farmers, I feel really good. Because the farmers they don't care your political background. They just think, oh, this young guy is really work hard and really inspired to them. And really nice, young people. They treat you very well. And also in countryside is you are living in the really natural, on the mountain and have a river or something. I really enjoy that. So I feel it's much better than I living in the Peking University, the campus.
What did they do to your father? Did they stop him teaching? Because a friend of ours' father was professor of French literature at Peking University during that time. They stopped him teaching and they made him look after the pigs in Peking. So what did they do to your father?
Almost like same thing. So they stopped his position and put them into the jail. They made by the university. Then send them to the far place, go to the labor things. And lots of 这批斗啊什么，反正都是这些事儿，抄家呀什么这些事儿。
A lot of criticism and the family was
shouted at, yes. Struggled against. When you came back after those 3 years, then what did you do?
So I am lucky. So
what year was it that you came back?
I came back by the 1977.
1977.
1977年，对吧？1977. Then
but you'd only been 3 years in the village.
Yeah. So the Cultural Revolution they are stopped. So I work hard. I'm as good as young intellectuals working in the countryside. So I work good. I work hard. So I have a chance getting into a Central Academy of Fine Art.
So you went straight into the Central Academy of Fine Arts when you came back?
So, yes, like that.
And do you have brothers and sisters, by the way?
Yeah, we are a big family. I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters. I have the one older sister, one older brother, one younger sister, and a younger brother. I'm in the middle. So in China they call 全人。全人怎么翻呀？也没法翻。就是说特别完整的人，因为有哥哥姐姐弟弟妹妹。
It's a very complicated person because he says older brothers, sisters, younger brothers, sisters, so it's complicated.
And 一个都不多，一个都不少。
And not lacking any family member.
But that kind of person is really important, really valuable in countryside, because when the young couples they married, so they always find that kind of person. Go to their new house, and decoration about their bed. The new house is a decoration, 就是说布置新房了。
For their wedding room.
The mean is if the decorated by 权人, they will be lucky.
Oh, yeah.
Fortunate position.
Fortunate position because they can board a lot of different kinds of kids. Yeah. So those ways I learned a lot of folk art.
Oh.
Yeah, traditional art. Yeah.
Has that influenced your painting a lot, do you think? The folk
Yes.
art?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Did your father go back and to his job after the Cultural Revolution, or did he?
Yes. Yeah.
So when you went back to Beijing, he was already back in the university.
He back go to history department. Getting back his same positions. Yeah.
When you, are there any things about your time at the Central Academy when you were learning your skills there that you remember particularly? Anyone who influenced you, or any particular events of your time, of your training in the...
Oh, yeah. In Central Academy, the Central Academy is the biggest art school in Asia. Yeah. And but this school is really traditional way, really academic way. Yeah. The whole education system we learned from my teachers, Xu Beihong, they bring from the 19th century French from Europe. Yeah. And we did a lot of training by the 19th century Europe. Is a sketch and a drawing, that kind of things. Yeah. Really classical. Yeah. But I can do very well.
Because one of the things that interests me about Chinese art is that very early on, by the Song period, Southern Song, the Chinese were doing very lifelike and almost representational art with almost true perspective. The famous painting of going down the river in the spring festival, the Southern Song, shows you a landscape which is almost true perspective. It's actually moving point perspective, but it's nearly. And then later that fades away and you get this much more impressionistic mountains and forests and things. Why do you think that happened? Why did the realist?
Because by Chinese philosophies or Chinese culture, they think is the high position or the high level is not by the craft, not by the technique. And Chinese philosophy or Chinese culture, they think is the craft, the level is low. But the cultural level is educated level is high, but even educated level not high enough. The highest position is level is kind of like you are related with natural. Your blood, your breath, your 就是说节奏怎么说你的呼吸
the pace or the currents, the waves, everything.
Yeah, so the same with the natural. Yeah, so then you can do something is really called 神品或者艺品.
The divine taste, the divine arts.
Yeah, so so literally is the Chinese art is really going other way, not go to the realism way.
Do you think the medium, the way in which Chinese traditionally painted, as I've seen in Japan as well, the fact that you have a scroll which you roll out in front of you and you use brushes with ink which dries very quickly and therefore you have to make the strokes very fast and you can't change them, it's not like oil painting or so on. Do you think that also led to this kind of impressionist?
Yes, because this also the reason come from the Chinese philosophy. They really related with the natural. If the natural 就是说它还是特别讲究借助自然之力 来完成你的作品。
They're using the power of nature to help you finish your work.
Yeah， 就是呢，你这个作品是不是有意思？它来自于你这一笔下去以后，就是特别有神采。
Whether your work is interesting or not, it depends on the first stroke, whether it has a spirit in it.
这个有意思呢，是天助的结果。
And this is a result of the help from the God, from the divinity.
而不是人为的结果。
Instead of artificial, instead of the human power.
So Chinese art, scroll painting, 和西方的绘画不一样，就是它的美感来自于就是这种自然的痕迹。
Its beauty, the Chinese arts, the beauty of the Chinese art, it came from nature's traces.
对，而油画呢，其实是油画的美感来自于它不断的在那儿画，其实在那逆来逆去，逆来逆去，它就特别丰富，这个的美感就出来了。和中国的绘画的美感的来路是正好相反的。
Yeah, and like the oil painting, its beauty is because of its richness that people spend much time doing this very refined details.
Lots of layers.
Yeah, a lot of layers. So that's a big difference.
Yeah, you repeat and layers, and you're working for a long time, so they look beautiful.
Coming from this tradition of Chinese painting and your great teachers, and then who had been influenced by French painting and the West, but you have spent time in America and so on. Do you feel a tension or contradiction or difficulty bringing together Chinese art and Western art?
他的问题是，
他是说您的老师什么的
对
法国什么的影响，然后您之后又从中国到了外国。中间这个衔接，就是您在艺术上的这两方面的这些衔接是怎么样做到的？会不会觉得有一些张力在里边，有一些问题
？Yeah, so it's I when after the Cultural Revolutions, before is the world, the whole world is the cold part, and 就是说冷战嘛，the Cold War, the world becoming a two part, in between not really communicated, right? Not really contact. So the Western, American and Europe, they developing about the modern art. Yeah, they really changing the art. But in the socialism part, it's we are still keep the really realism, the really that kind of style. Yeah. So in China, art education, we really think is you can do the really fine drawing is really important. Before we don't like it, before we like a lot, but after Cultural Revolution, when the Chinese opened door, we saw that the Western, the modern art. So we starting rethinking about where art education or where art style. Yeah. So we started as don't like it, we hated them. So it looked like they gave us this really limited us, yeah. But later on is when I moved to America, I joined the really contemporary art movement. Yeah. So that moment is I really think is my own art education tradition is really important, really helped me. Yeah.
So in your time in America, although you were working in contemporary art, you were still very influenced by your Chinese background and experience. Some people say that Chinese philosophy, based on Confucianism and relations between people and things, and yin and yang, and the relation with nature, is so different from American Western philosophy that there is no way of bringing them together. You have to choose one or the other.
by my ideas, they are really different. Yeah, they are really different. But they still can find ways to link together. Yeah. I do lots of contemporary art. Yeah. So finally I think really helped me is my own cultural background. Yeah. My own cultural 叫什么 DNA or the cultural nutritions. Yeah. Really helped me a lot. Yeah. So gave me a different view of the point, okay, say the view of the angle to judge and thinking about the contemporary art, international contemporary art as a movement. Yeah. Yes.
This may be a very oversimple question, but what are you trying to communicate in your art? What are you trying to say?
What I'm trying to say, really hard to use the one concept or say what I want to say, because I don't think if your artist can say really explain about the language, the art will be don't need it, because the art never can be explained by language. So we need art. Otherwise we don't need it. Yeah. So, but by my art is I really wanted changing the people thinking way. My art is like computer worms, but they are working on the human beings brand. Yeah, they're making a stock. They're making a trouble in your thinking. Use the thinking pattern way. Then make your thinking way to break, to stop. Look like computers. They are getting the stock. I can say that. Yeah. So then you are restarted. So you can open more space or organize the more reasonable and the working way to work. I don't know. I can explain clearly. So I do lots of work is related with language. For example, I had a work. It's called square word calligraphy. The work is I wrote calligraphy. They look like Chinese. Really much like Chinese, because I had a really good Chinese calligraphy training. When I was really little. So I can do the calligraphy very well. But the calligraphy is not related with the Chinese calligraphy. Inside is they are English. So look like I totally did this. I put two totally different kinds of writing system together. Look like a 包办婚姻, how I can say.
It's like arranged marriage.
Arranged marriage, it doesn't matter. You don't care yours. 就是合适还是不合适.
No matter whether you are suitable or not.
Yeah, we just put them together. So the calligraphy look like they wear the mask. They give you a Chinese face, but it's inside totally not related with China. So this way is when you wrote the calligraphy, you're really hard to say you are wrote Chinese or you are writing English. So, and also face to that kind of calligraphy, you don't have any knowledge can talk about it, because we have knowledge or concept about what is English. Also we have the knowledge that the book tell us, or our teacher tell us what is Chinese, but we don't have a ready knowledge to talk about my calligraphy. This way is really need the people stop any stop any old concept and restart it from a really basic levels. That's my interest. Yeah, I did a lot of work is really really working on the people's thinking levels. Yeah.
Returning to your life, when did you go to America?
1990s.
1990. Probably not a coincidence. This was just after Tiananmen.
Yeah, not really related with Tiananmen. But that time is in China as the intellectual world and the cultural circle is not so interesting. They're really silent. Yeah. So I have a chance to went to the Wisconsin Medicine, University of Wisconsin Medicine as honorary scholars. So I went there.
What was your impression? Can you remember your feeling when you first went to America?
It's really different. Yeah, really different with the China. Yeah, very different. So, gave me a really deep impress is when I have time is I went to the libraries, university libraries. So I saw that in the basement they have just 100 of the computer. So all students working there. I think, oh, the American culture is so strong, so powerful, Yeah. But I still I don't get a sense of the freedom in America. Yeah.
You don't?
I don't, because I think is the lifestyle is not really freedom. 就是说实际上在那儿生活并不那么自由，比如说又得付账单呐，又得付房租啊，什么又得付电话单啊，什么各种各样的事情，实际上太干扰一个人的生活了。
Actually, you have to pay the telephone bill, the house bill, all the different bills, and it interfere with your life.
Yeah, I think the capitalism is lifestyle is really bothers people the natural life.
Did you feel that from the beginning when you first went to America that the capitalist lifestyle was interfering with freedom?
Yes. Yeah.
What about the people, the American people? Did you find them easy and friendly and loyal and
really loyal, really friendly, really easy? But I get it a really deep impress. It's the small animals really close with the people. The birds, the birds and they always the kangaroos, they always really close with the human. I feel it's really good. Yeah, I think the people in America must be really nice because the animals really can close with them. Yeah, that part is really different within China. Yeah.
Well, Chairman Mao tried to kill them all. all the sparrows.
Yeah, maybe.
When did you come back?
I came back about 8 years ago.
8 years ago.
Yeah.
Many people who have been away for some time in foreign lands and then come back to China feel strangers when they come back to China. Yeah. They've lost the connections and the style and everything has changed, and China changed hugely during the time you were away.
Yeah.
Did you feel a stranger when you came back?
Yeah, part of them. Yeah, I came back is because I invited by the education minister by the government, be a vice president in Central Academy of Fine Art. So when I'm back is I just directly into the really official system. Yeah. So really different lifestyle and the job and the working with I'm as a freelance artist in New York. Yeah. But it's when I'm back is some people really 就对我有很大的期待。就是艺术界都有很大的期待。
The art atmosphere has a high expectation towards him.
Yeah, they think, oh, probably Xu Bing can bring some contemporary art and contemporary idea, bring that kind of ideas, go back to China. Yeah, but I tell them it's actually probably opposite, because China becoming a new country, really new, really avant-garde, really 试验性, really examinated.
Yeah, experimental.
Yeah, really experimentals. Yeah, so I really need this restarting my whole body energy, and I really need to learn something new, and I can living and working here. You know, so just look like 1990s. I moved to America. I need use my whole body energies, and I need to learn lots of new things. Then I can working and study. I can live and working there. Yeah. So yeah, about this.
Now, do you feel at home in China?
Of course. Yeah.
Are you
Because I
married?
grew up there.
Are you married?
I married. Yeah.
And have a
I
child?
divorced.
Sorry?
I divorced.
Divorced. So you don't have any children?
I have children. Yeah. She's born in American. She's 15 years old. Yeah, still really little. Yeah, she's studying in this British international school in Beijing. It's called Harrow. Harrow 学校. Harrow. Yeah, really British education style.
Why did you send her to that?
Because I couldn't send she's getting into the local school, because the local school is really so tough, so hard.
Yes.
You know,
doing the Gaokao.
because she's born in American, she's grew up in there, so she probably like this more freedom. Yeah. So, but I think it's British education is pretty good. Yeah, good for her, because she's a little bit is 哇，就是她有点太自由散漫，太自由。
She has got used to the freedom, the free life.
Yeah. Well, I've got one or two more questions.
Oh yes,
but,
please. Yeah.
Shuo might like to ask your question. Are there any questions you'd like to ask?
For now, I don't have.
You don't have any at the moment. One criticism that's made of China now is that with this huge explosion of wealth and very wealthy people who are trying to invest in things, that the art market has become saturated with too much money, so that many artists are making and painting and so on largely because they can earn very, very large sums of money. It's a problem all over the world, in America and here, but it seems it's often thought to be particularly bad in China. Do you think that is a danger?
它就是艺术界特别商业，是吧？我觉得它是一个，我觉得是一个没有办法的一个去处，就是说，其实这是一种，就这个是这个，我觉得它是一种那个。
自然而然的，
对，自然而然的没有办法的，它就是这样的啊。因为整个的人类的现在的所有的领域都是被资本左右的，包括教育，包括学术，
Every sphere of Chinese of the human society nowadays is dominated by capital, including education, including the academia. So about the art field is also like this, and it's natural, and he doesn't think it's possible to do anything with it.
Yeah. Special is in the contemporary art. The contemporary art, by my idea, is really new things. They really have a young history, really short period of the history. The human being, we don't have enough thought and idea talk about it. We don't know. We don't know how we talk about what it is. Before the human being is really, 就是说相对来说，比较清楚什么是艺术，但是在人类追求探索什么是艺术的过程中，到现在艺术成了最不清楚的一个时代。
Before, maybe human beings, they are more clear, they have a clear idea about what is art. But nowadays, to this era, people don't understand what is art.
Yeah. So, and so in China, or maybe in the whole world, no one tell us what is good contemporary art. So, but 就是它的价值是无法量化的。
You can't really evaluate its value by number or money.
Yeah, but it's only can 量化的被钱，因为钱是一个具体的可量化的数字。
But you can. The only way to evaluate it is through money, the price of it.
But this by the 就是说，当然这是一个误区。可是呢，所以大家很注重艺术作品的价格和拍卖的价格，是因为呢，他们只能依靠这个东西来辨别这个作品的价值。
Although it is a misunderstanding, but still, this is the only way that people rely on to judge the price of a artwork.
If you were sent to a prison or a desert island, an island, you could take one of your exhibitions or one of your artworks with you. Which one would you take and why?
这如果是把我关起来还是怎么着？
对，如果说比如说你要被送到一个没有人的小岛上，或者被关起来的话，你只能带一件您的艺术作品。你会带哪一件？
那我哪一件都不带，我到那小岛上可以再做更好的 art。
He said he will take no one of them because after he arrived at the isolated island, he can make his new own better art there with the local materials.
Even gave me put in a jail with a really small space. I also can making a really amazing art. By 10 years of 20 years. So any detail I can find really interesting things.
So my last question is really how you work, how you paint. Do you have your ideas as you are making your artworks, or do you go off for a walk and suddenly think of something, or have a bath and suddenly think of an idea? Where do your ideas mainly come?
My ideas come from everywhere, any moment. For example, today talking, or you introduce, or you tell us a lot of history about this, the school, and maybe give me some idea. Or maybe I saw your lamps. Maybe the image, the texture, or the light. Maybe give me some ideas. I can do something related with that kind of sense or that feelings. But it's I always had a lot of inspiration of the idea, but the idea sometimes is really nothing. Tomorrow morning when I wake up, I think, this idea really stupid. But some ideas maybe bother me by a long time. After the few days, I remember about the idea. I still really exciting. And maybe after a month, I rethought about the idea. It's still really exciting. Yeah, and also bring some new ideas mixed together. Maybe after a year or a few years, if I didn't to do this idea, and I still remember about it, and also really exciting. I can say, oh, this idea is really needed to do, really valuable. Yeah, I should is really， 就是说我需要全力以赴去做这个作品。
I have to do my best to do this work.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much indeed, Zhu Bing, for your interview, and thank you very much, Li Shuo, for
Thank you.
doing some translating work and helping to arrange this meeting. And
Okay.
I hope the rest of your trip in Cambridge is really good. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor.